Can Zach Wheeler get things turned around after a rough outing in Miami? We'll find out in Baltimore when he takes on the Orioles. 3 straight Cade Cavalli starts have resulted in 3 Washington Nationals victories. Will they keep their wild card hopes alive in Atlanta against the Braves? And the Miz leads the Galaxy in every starting pitching statistic that there is. What could possibly go wrong for the Angels, who strike out more than any team in baseball to left-handed pitching? We'll break down all of this and more on Sunday's episode of The Jungle. We're going out to Baltimore for Sunday's Daily Sizzler. Hey, here's a fun fact about your boy Silverback. You can find me on YouTube in Season 5 of American Ninja Warrior, Baltimore episode Best Wipeouts on YouTube. Phillies at the Orioles, Zach Wheeler taking on Kyle Bradish. I look for a bounce-back spot here from Zach Wheeler after allowing 5 earned runs to the Marlins in just 3 innings in the Phillies' loss. If you watch the show, you know I believe Zach Wheeler to be a top 5 pitcher in baseball. 2.53 ERA, 0.92 whip, and he's won 10 of the 12 decisions that he has factored into. He holds the edge over Kyle Bradish, who's coming off of a 5 earned run outing himself against the Tigers. Season long, the 29-year-old right-hander Bradish has a 3.74 ERA and a 1.36 whip. The numbers can't compare to Wheeler. Bullpen-wise, I have Philadelphia 13th, Baltimore 8th. In snapshot form, Philly 13th, Baltimore 5th. Offensively, I have the Phillies a C+, and the Orioles a C+. In the last 30 days, they're both operating 2% below average. In the last 3 games, Philadelphia has a 585 on base plus slugging, Baltimore 553. The offensive edge is a stalemate. Now, the Phillies' money line opened at -128 on FanDuel, and that's a hell of a price to back Zach Wheeler on the money line off of a bad outing and a loss. The offense and the bullpens are very close when you compare them, but the majority of any advantage that either club has here is starting pitching in Zach Wheeler. I think it's mispriced. We're going Phillies on the money line for Sunday's Daily Sizzler. Let's go to Atlanta. We have Cade Cavalli versus Martin Perez. 4 straight quality starts for Cavalli, 3 of those Nationals victories. And this is what I say about the Nationals. You know, they didn't hit for us behind Griffin Canning on Friday. I was 11-0 on Nationals plays going into that game. But with a terrible bullpen and the best offense in baseball, the time that you want to back, and I'm not backing away from it, I'm not shying away from it because it didn't hit first Friday. 1 game doesn't make a handicap. The time that you want to back the Nationals is when they have a good starting pitcher that goes deep into games, and that's what we have here with Cade Cavalli. He holds the edge over Martin Perez. Although the veteran southpaw, Perez does know how to get hitters out. Recently, he's been the victim to the home run ball and multiple starts allowing 3 to 4 runs. Washington is the number 1 offense in baseball against lefties, and Perez throws from the left side of the bump. Bullpen-wise, we know Washington's 28th and Atlanta's 4th. In snapshot form, Washington's 26th. The Braves are 4th. Offensively, Washington's an A- in the jungle. Atlanta, B-. Over the last 30 days, the Nationals, no one's better. 10% above average. The Braves, 5% above. They've been heating up for sure. Last 3 games, Washington 773 OPS, Atlanta 750. Washington holds the edge. The Nationals' money line opened at +106. That's where you want to go here. Best offense in baseball behind a quality pitcher that's going to go deep into the game, minimizing bullpen exposure. Nationals on the money line is the play. St. Louis at Toronto, we have Michael McGreevy versus Max Scherzer. McGreevy has been the Cardinals' best starter all season long, but he's not in great form. 11 earned runs and 15 hits across his last 2 starts, spanning just 8 innings. But he holds the edge over old man Scherzer, who's younger than me. But like my Uncle Jerry at our family Thanksgiving football game, Scherzer doesn't know when to quit. 7 starts for the season for Scherzer, the 42-year-old right-handed St. Louis, Missouri native has accumulated a 9.49 ERA and a 1.82 whip. And listen to this, 9 walks and 8 strikeouts in his last 3 games. That's not major league worthy, Jack. Bullpen-wise, St. Louis 19th, Toronto 7th. Snapshot form, Cardinals 25th, Blue Jays 6th. Toronto holds the bullpen edge. Offensively, I have St. Louis as a C-. I have the Blue Jays a D+. Last 30 days, Cardinals 8% below average, Blue Jays 9% below. But in the last 3 games, St. Louis a 554 on base plus slugging, Toronto 757. The offensive matchup to me is a stalemate. Put it on a blender. These are 2 offenses that couldn't hit a beach ball right now with a shovel. The difference is that on Sunday, the 2nd of August, 2026, in the year of our Lord, one team gets to hit the ball off of Max Scherzer, and that's the team we want to back. Cardinals money line, open to plus 102. Arizona at Cleveland, Merrill Kelly, best game of the day in my opinion, most even. Merrill Kelly versus Gavin Williams, rough start to the season for Kelly, but he's in fantastic form right now. 2 earned runs or less allowed in 5 consecutive starts. Gavin Williams also in good form. 3 of his last 4 starts have been quality starts, and he's gone 7 innings in 3 of those. We have 2 starting pitchers in very good form, but I give the edge to Williams, who's been doing it all season. 1.07 whip and 3rd in strikeouts. Bullpen-wise, I have Arizona 12th and the Guardians 3rd. In snapshot form, Arizona 20th, Guardians 3rd, Cleveland holds the edge. Offensively, I have the Diamondbacks graded as a C for their season-wide efforts. I have the Guardians a D+. In the last 30 days, Arizona swinging 4% above the league average, Cleveland 4% below. In the last 3 games, the Diamondbacks have a 675 on base plus slugging, Cleveland 655. Arizona has the edge. I think the Diamondbacks offense is far superior to Cleveland. I like the form that Merrill Kelly is in, and the Diamondbacks bullpen, although not better than Cleveland, can compete with them. Give me Arizona on the money line, open to plus 120. Pardon me. White Sox at Tampa Bay, Anthony Kay versus Griffin Jax. We have a pretty good idea of what we're going to get from Anthony Kay in most starts. He's going to probably go 5 innings, give up 2 to 3 runs. That's been the case most of the year for the 31-year-old southpaw out of Stony Brook, New York. Griffin Jax has been up and down all season, has better season numbers than Anthony Kay, though, and he's been very good at home, and for this, I give him the slight edge. 2 earned run or less allowed in 4 of his last 5 home starts. Bullpen-wise, I have Chicago 15th and the Rays 11th. Snapshot form, White Sox 12th, Rays 7th. Tampa Bay holds the edge. Offensively, I have Chicago a B- and the Rays a C+. In the last 30 days, Chicago swinging 4% below average, Tampa Bay 2% below. And in the last 3 games, the White Sox have a 653 on base plus slugging. That is the best way to determine the most immediate form of an offense. Tampa Bay 640, White Sox hold the offensive edge. Neither offense has been that great recently, but I think that Griffin Jax is the better option and the better bullpen behind him at home. I like Tampa Bay here on the alternate line of -1. If your book doesn't offer -1, you can get a similar result by splitting your wager between -1 and the money line. Miami at the Mets, no official start yet for the Metropolitans. It's Sandy Alcantara for Miami. Alcantara has been better at home than on the road, but still, all in all, having a good season. He gave up 5 earned runs his last road start to Houston, but prior to that, quality start, 1 earned run in Milwaukee, and prior to that, quality start, 1 earned run at the Athletics. Alcantara goes deep into games, and his 16 quality starts leads Major League Baseball. Alcantara has a 69.6% quality start rate. Major League average for reference is 30 to 35. Anything over 50% is considered elite. Bullpen-wise, Miami's 18th, the Mets are 17th. Snapshot form, Miami's 27th, Mets are 10th. Metropolitans hold the edge. Pardon me. Looking at the offenses, Miami's a C+ in the jungle. The Mets are a C. In the last 30 days, the Marlins swing in the lumber 4% above league average. Mets 3% above. In the last 3 games, Miami is 781 OPS. The Mets ice cold 415. Marlins hold the edge. I like the prospect of backing Sandy Alcantara behind a Marlins team that has playoff ambitions and in much better form right now offensively than the Mets. Give me the Marlins money line. It opened at -111. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Mitch Keller taking on Chase Burns. A 4.83 ERA, a 1.38 whip for Keller is right about what you expect from the 30-year-old Cedar Rapids, Iowa native. He's one of those cats that we know what we're going to get. 5 innings, probably 3 earned runs. He's not going to shut anybody down, but he'll keep you in the game, essentially. But his counterpart in this game, Chase Burns, will shut lineups down. His 2.40 ERA is 4th in Major League Baseball. He's top 20 in ERA and top 20 in WHIP. Chase Burns has won 12 of the 13 decisions that he's factored into. Pardon me. Chase Burns holds a strong edge in this matchup, in my opinion. Bullpen-wise, I have Pittsburgh 21st and Cincinnati 26th. Snapshot form, Pittsburgh 21st still. Cincinnati 16th. The bullpen matchup is a stalemate, slight lean to Cincinnati. Offensively, Pittsburgh's a B+, Cincinnati's a C. In the last 30 days, the Pirates are swinging 3% above the league average, Cincinnati 2% above. In the last 3 games, Pittsburgh has a 620 on base plus slugging, Cincinnati a pretty high 807, but the Pirates hold the offensive edge. Put it in a blender, Jack. Chase Burns is the real deal, and I think Cincinnati will not have a hard time scoring at least a few off of Mitch Keller or the Pittsburgh bullpen. Give me the Reds on the money line. It opened up at minus 130. Hey, let's take a minute here and be real about sports betting. 97% of sports bettors lose money long term. You have to have a strategy, and you have to be disciplined in implementing that strategy. This is the way that I bet and the way I preach for Jungle members to bet. I always recommend straight bets only, never parlays. Identify a unit size, and every bet should be to win that one unit. Never chase losses, never double down. And stay between the odds of minus 130 to plus 130. And if you stay within those parameters and hit 53% of your bets, you will make money. Sports betting is not about today. It's about longevity. It's about the long term, about building a bankroll and accumulating wealth. If you think being this profitable sports bettor is going on a heater, becoming enthralled with the results of one day or betting a parlay and finally hitting one, you'll find yourself depositing into your accounts more than you will withdrawing. I promise you that. And be honest with yourself. Do you deposit more into your sports betting accounts or withdraw more? Lots of handicappers want you to believe that they deliver massive amounts of money and wins to their customers by doing this. But they don't. That's not true. Sports betting is a grind. It has to be done correctly, properly, and with purpose and aim. So here are my July results of my personal bets and what I sent out to Jungle members. And the reason I share this is because July embodied exactly what I preach. It certainly wasn't my best month, believe me. It's not the best way to advertise my services. I've been very successful in the sports betting arena. Here are my results across the last 8 years, up over 500 units in 8 years. But I want to share with you July because that embodies the crux of my system, even in a down month. We hit 53% of our plays. We returned about 5%. Because the way we bet, even though we were just 4 games above 500, we profited 4.4 units. That is how you do this. There are many ways to get involved in the jungle if you want to become part of the movement. Go to silverbackjungle.com or click the link in the comments section. It'll take you to the website. It'll show you every way to get involved there, including purchasing my $5 favorite play of the day for Sunday in the game between the Yankees and the Cubs. Back to the picks. Texas at Houston. No official start yet for the Astros. It's Kumar Rocker for the Rangers. 2 quality starts in a row for the rock star, and 3 of his last 5 have been quality starts. And I must admit, he's been doing better this season than I thought he would. 4.03 ERA isn't going to kill you. Neither is a 1.29 whip. As long as Kumar Rocker keeps his walks down, he's got pretty good capabilities at the major league level this season. Bullpen-wise, Texas 16, Houston 14. Snapshot form, Texas 18, Houston 11. The Astros hold the bullpen edge. Offensively, I have Texas a C+, I have Houston a B-. In the last 30 days, Texas 5% above average, Astros 7% above. In the last 3 games, Texas a 483 OPS, Houston 969. Astros hold the edge. The Yankees at Wrigley taking on the Cubs is my favorite play of the day. It's my $5 favorite. Go to silverbackjungle.com or click the link in the comments section to get you there faster. You can purchase that play or any other product that we offer. Kansas City at Colorado. Seth Lugo, the man of 7 pitches, taking on Kyle Freeland. 3 quality starts in a row for Dr. Lugo. Pardon me. He's hitting his groove right now season-wide. He holds a 4.22 ERA and a 1.37 whip, but he's in good form, and he holds the edge over Kyle Freeland, who across 19 starts has a 7.34 ERA and a 1.55 whip. and he's lost 10 of the 12 decisions that he has factored into. Bullpen-wise, they're both bad, Jack. Kansas City's 30th, Colorado's 29th. Snapshot form, Kansas City 28, Colorado 29. No bullpen edge either way for these jabronis. Offensively, Kansas City's a C+, Colorado's a B-. In the last 30 days, Kansas City's swinging the bats 1% below average. Colorado, 2% below. In the last 3 games, the Royals have a 725 OPS, Rockies 575. Offensive matchup for this game is a stalemate. Put it on a blender. I think Seth Lugo is a much better starting pitcher than Kyle Freeland. I don't mind the Royals' offense, and both bullpens stink. I'll take Kansas City on the money line. Open at -103. Milwaukee at the Angels, the Wizard of Oz. Coin that nickname. Jacob Mizorowski taking on Walbert Urena. The Miz is number 1 in baseball in ERA, strikeouts, and whip. Aren't we all so proud of him? We know his strikeout numbers are unmatched, and this is an Angels team that strikes out more than any team in baseball to left-handed pitching. And Peacock, those pricks have the audacity to put their struggles on national television for the world to behold. Walbert Urena, however, is not to be dismissed. He certainly doesn't hold the edge over the Miz. I'm not crazy, but he's been a strong option for the Angels. 22-year-old right-hander has a 2.70 ERA and 1.26 whip across 17 starts and coming off of 2 consecutive quality starts. He's a good starting pitcher. Bullpen-wise, Milwaukee 8th, Angels 22nd. Snapshot form, Brewers 15th, Angels 23rd. Milwaukee holds the edge. Offensively, the Brewers are a B for the season. The Angels a C-. In the last 30 days, Milwaukee swinging 4% above average, Angels 6% below. And in the last 3 games, the Milwaukee Brewers an 831 OPS, Angels 558. Milwaukee holds the edge. You know, the price to back the Brewers here is ridiculous. I like Walbert Urena. The Angels' power is capable of hitting a couple long balls off of the Wizard of Oz. +1.5 for plus money with the home team, who may bat 9 times compared to 8 times the visitor, is recipe for a cover. Not saying I love it, but I would take the Angels for plus money on the run line. Everything that you purchase, every play you make, you should always shop for the best price. MyBookie.ag is a sponsor of the show. It's legal in all 50 states, and they have a deal for Jungle viewers. Open up a new account today at mybookie.ag. Make sure to use promo code Silverback and take advantage of their current promotions. Detroit at the A's, Kader Montero versus Gage Jump. Let's not jump to any conclusions about this guy. Montero coming off of a rough loss to the Orioles, but he has been a very consistent option for them, their Detroit Tigers. He's top 20 in the league in ERA, and his 1.02 whip is 6th best amongst qualified starters. He holds the edge over Mr. Jump. The 23-year-old rookie southpaw has a 4-flat ERA, which isn't bad, but a 1.40 whip is bad, and he's shown the capability of disastrous innings. Bullpen-wise, they both stink. Tigers 23rd, Athletics 27th. Snapshot form, Tigers 24th, A's 30th, a 10.21 bullpen ERA for these Athletics over the last 7 days. Offensively, Detroit's a C+, and the A's are a B-. Last 30 days, Tigers 5% above average, A's 6% below, and in the last 3 games, the Tigers have a league-high 10.27 on base plus slugging. A's 594, the Tigers hold the offensive edge, along with a massive starting pitching edge, in my opinion. Both bullpens stink. Again, I like the form of the Tigers' offense. I'll take Detroit on the money line. It opened at -108. Minnesota at Seattle, Taj Bradley versus George Kirby. Bradley is in really good form right now. 4 of his last 5 starts have been quality starts, and he's had double-digit strikeouts in 2 of those. Minnesota's won 8 of Bradley's last 9 starts. I give him the edge here over George Kirby, who's coming off a 7 earned run dumpster fire against Cleveland. Season-wide, the 28-year-old Rye, New York native George Kirby has an ERA bumping right up against 4 and an uncharacteristically high 1.30 whip. He's lost more games than he has won. Bullpen-wise, Minnesota's 20th, Seattle's 9th, snapshot form, Minnesota 19th, Seattle 8th. Seattle holds the edge. Offensively, I have the Twins as a C+. I have the Mariners a D+. In the last 30 days, Minnesota's swinging 4% below the league average, Seattle 5% below. And in the last 3 games, Minnesota 532 On base plus slugging, Seattle 561. Minnesota holds the offensive edge. Put it in the blender. Let's back Taj Bradley and the Twins on the money line for plus money. It opened at plus 125. San Francisco at San Diego. Landon Roop, if you will, versus Michael King. Roop coming off of a rough outing against Milwaukee. Prior to that, though, 3 consecutive quality starts. His season-wide efforts have led him to a 4.12 ERA and a 1.26 whip. Michael King of the Padres coming off of a rough outing himself against the Rockies. Prior to that, 3 of his last 4 starts, quality starts. Slightly better numbers than Roop on the season. I like both these starting pitchers. I give the slight edge to Michael King. Bullpen-wise, San Francisco's 24th in the jungle, San Diego's 5th. Snapshot form meaning last 7 days, so current form. San Francisco 22nd, Padres 2nd, San Diego holds the bullpen edge. Offensively, I have San Francisco as a C+. I have San Diego as C-. In the last 30 days, the Giants are swinging 3% above average. Padres 4% above. In the last 3 games, San Francisco 736 on base plus slugging. San Diego 675. The Giants hold the offensive edge. Put it in a blender. I don't love the Giants bullpen, but I think Landon Roop is a very viable option with shutdown capabilities. And I like the Giants offense right now more than I do San Diego's. Take a shot in the Giants money line. It opened at plus 130. Last game we're looking at, Boston Red Sox at LA taking on the Dodgers. Jake the Snake Bennett versus Emmett Sheehan. Boston rookie Jake Bennett has had an incredible start to his rookie campaign. Across 11 starts, he boasts a 2.74 ERA and an elite 0.97 whip. It should be noted, however, that Bennett's last 2 starts, which were against Baltimore and the Athletics, were by far the most he's gotten tagged by any offense. In those 2 games, 6 combined earned runs, 15 hits, and 12 total innings. But I like Bennett more than I do Emmett Sheehan. The Dodgers right-hander has lost 7 of the 11 decisions he's factored into, has an ERA bumping up against 5 and a 1.25 whip. Bullpen-wise, they're both good. Boston 2nd, Dodgers are 1st. Snapshot form, Boston number 1, Dodgers 14th. The edge in the bullpens goes to the Red Sox. Offensively, I have Boston a C and the Dodgers an A. In the last 30 days, Boston operating 6% above the league average. Dodgers 2% above, and in the last 3 games, Boston an 823 on base plus slugging. Dodgers 779. Dodgers hold the offensive edge, but right now the Red Sox have the best bullpen in baseball in their current form. Right now, Jake Bennett is a much better starting pitcher than Emmett Sheehan, and right now this Red Sox team believes, Jack. Give me Boston on the money line. It opened up at plus 130. Have a great day, Jungle Nation. Thank you for your support. Make sure you're subbed up to the channel because I drop content every single day. Hit that thumbs up button if you don't mind. It helps our community grow, and I will see you tomorrow with a little more money in your pocket.